Hello, Rotary Club of St. Louis. I'm Michael Masello with Otis Elevator Company. We're down here at the MAC downtown in the Art Lounge. Why don't you come on over here, sit down with me and talk to Bob Kocher.
Call me Coach.
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 Coach, how you doing?
Bob Kocher, my Rotary Story. Coach,
Yes, sir.
welcome, my friend. How you doing?
Thank you. I'm doing well, Mike.
I'll,
If I was any better, it'd be illegal.
First, I just wanted to thank you for giving us the opportunity to sit down
It's my pleasure.
and do the My Rotary Story segment with us.
I like it. I mean, these are great segments. They're a lot of fun. You learn a lot about people. A lot I'm not going to tell you, but they're great. I
Yeah.
like the series.
Nice. So, tell us a little about you.
I grew up in Cleveland, Ohio. Was there till I left for college. Had two brothers. My older brother was 4 years, older, and my younger brother was 20 months. And he and I chummed around a lot because of our ages. We're only one class behind each other. My older brother, 4 years, he was out of high school when we were starting, so he was doing all the girl stuff and all that. Didn't have time for us siblings, but that was good. Again, different time frames. This was back in the 50s, so didn't have any games to play with inside. We went out at 8 o'clock in the morning and came back in at dinner time.
Street lights?
Just enjoyed,
Yeah.
kids. We had a little gang, going, and we do all our stuff, and it was, wide open, friendly, fine. If anybody got in trouble, moms knew about it
Right,
immediately. All the doors were open. I don't even think there was air conditioning back in those days. So, the moms were home, and they heard somebody screaming or crying. Boom, there was somebody there.
Nice.
So,
So you're the baby.
I was the middle.
You're the middle.
I was
Okay, I
the
misunderstood
middle
you.
one. Yeah, I was the middle one. Joe was my younger brother. He
Gotcha.
passed. And Tom is
sorry.
still around, still in Cleveland, still living in the family house.
Wow, that's awesome.
So it's a tradition going on, with us.
Yeah, very nice.
A lot of fun.
Nice. So how did you get started in the elevator business?
So I was in Cleveland visiting my dad, and his brother was over there. And we started talking back and forth, and he says, why don't you come interview with Otis? I said, what do they do? He says, elevators. Elevators. Okay. What's an elevator? A grain elevator? Yeah. He says, no, you dummy. You ever walk 50 floors in a building? That's what takes you up and down. I said, okay, I can do that. So he was chief draftsman for him. He went over, introduced me to the president and vice president and they hired me. So I was in Cleveland, and then 15 moves later, and wound up in St. Louis, and enjoyed it tremendously. Been here since '86. Did all those moves in my first 15 years with Otis, and then I guess it wasn't 15. That was probably about 11, 12 moves with Otis in my first 15 years. And then I was here, and I just got settled in. The family was good and everything. They asked me to go to Minneapolis. And I said, none of my toys work in Minneapolis. I don't want to go.
It's a little cold.
So we made a deal. I stayed here and took over new sales, and I would mentor the managers. They would come in, and that's my story.
Nice. A lot of phenomenal people that we've had the pleasure of working with Otis,
Yes, we have. We really have, and one of the better ones that I can remember vividly is some guy named Mike Masello. He did it. Great job. Great
Nice.
job with us.
Excellent. Appreciate that, Coach. So let's get into the Rotary part. How did you get involved in Rotary? I'm thinking you've been in how many clubs now? 3?
Actually, this is a funny story. Believe it or not, St. Louis is my first Rotary club
Really?
that I was in. Yeah.
Huh.
No.
I didn't know that.
Well, let me digress a second here.
Okay.
I was at Otis, and I went through this training, and I was leaving for Lansing, Michigan, and the VP calls me in. He says, da-da-da-da-da. He says, one thing you should do, he says, whatever city you move to, you should join Rotary. I says, you're going to meet all the top people, you're going to network, it's a great opportunity. I said, oh, okay. So I got moved to Lansing, and there's no Rotary in Lansing. Now, this is back in '71, so it was a smaller town. Now then from there, I went to Indianapolis. They're full. Now at those days, back in those days, they had to rule
up.
one per classification, and the elevator man was there. And I went to Erie, Pennsylvania. Can't get in. Went back to Indianapolis. Didn't even try. Went to Chicago. They had their elevator man. Right?
Wow.
Went to Des Moines, Iowa. I was just about to get in there. I had applied and I got transferred. So I was only there for 10 months. So then I came to St. Louis and I knocked on the door and they said, oh yeah, you can come here, you can go. So they introduced me to Al Clinton, who was Kurt's dad, and he was my sponsor.
Nice.
And he says, this is on a Monday, I met him. He says, what are you doing tonight? I said, I don't know, why? He says, we got Rotary bowling on Monday nights.
Bowling comes into
I
play.
said, cool. So I was actually bowling before I was even in Rotary.
The bowling.
Yeah. So I've been doing that. Been doing that ever since.
No kidding.
First club that I got into, and it's been a life changer. Really
Yeah, amen to that.
Has. That's why we're sitting here.
Yeah, thank you for introducing me.
Oh, yes.
Man, I mean, you've
Yes.
changed my world. Thank you. What is your favorite Rotary moment?
Boy, and a lot of good moments there. Let's see. I guess two of them, well, three of them, I guess. One of them was becoming president in 2008. That was, I was so pleased and proud to serve the club. And I think we had a good year, accomplished a couple things.
Yep.
And that was very good. Second thing is probably the year I took, I guess it was 13, 14, took the group to Brazil on a group study exchange. I mean, that was eye-opening. See the difference, go to a different country and see how these people operate. And we, I think, in a big club in America, have a different opinion or thought process on Rotary versus these other countries. I mean, we went to 5 towns in the month we were there, and each town we went to, I mean, we were treated like royalty. I mean, it was top shelf. Every mayor came out to meet you. Every event that happened, you were VIP. Mm-hmm. I mean, Rotary is a serious thing, and of course, all the good it does and everything for everybody,
Sure.
Community-wise and world-wise. It was just tremendous. And the third thing, I think, which is probably the highlight, is I brought you into the club.
Oh, thank you.
Because, I mean, you're the future of the club. You and the people like you, the younger generation and are coming in, and they have new thoughts, they have new ideas, like what we're doing here. I mean, this was never done before.
Sure.
And it's just, thank you for joining Rotary, and I look forward to following you.
Thank you. Appreciate that. What is your biggest success of your life so far?
The biggest success of my life? Waking up in the morning.
Putting on the right side.
That's right. As Mr. Weiss likes to say, it's better to be seen than viewed. But I'm going to say, well, you got two aspects.
Sure.
It's such a, that's like saying, when you want, a cup of coffee or tea or soda. I mean, there's so many different areas it covers. I think work-wise, it was staying with Otis for 40 years. I mean, I'm like a dinosaur. You won't see anybody staying with any company. I shouldn't say that. It's very unlikely that you'll see anybody staying with a company for 40 years because it's just not heard of today.
Right.
Second thing, on a personal level, is raising my family.
Right.
It was, they had a lot of moves. They loved to move. They loved when they got there. They loved to find new places. So, and they grew up. They grew up well. They're well-rounded and able to meet people because they had to.
Right.
You know, about every other year for a long time. And then meeting Rebecca, my wife, and just enjoying now the kids and the grandkids. And we've got a place down at the Lake of Egypt down in southern Illinois. And for Christmas, every year we have a family reunion. And we never had them until we got this place down at the lake. So for Christmas, my daughter, Carrie, gave us a plaque that says, "Thanks for making memories."
Nice.
So that's what it's all about.
Sums it up. Nice. Well, this is a tough one, I think. What does your life say about you?
Is this going to be on camera? Oh, okay. Hang on.
Rolling.
My life. Let's see. I guess if when I die, I guess on my tombstone, I'd like to say, well, he was a good guy. You know, nothing special. I enjoy life. I enjoy people.
Right.
I think he was a good guy. He helped out when he could. You know, didn't hurt anybody intentionally, and had a good family and a good life and great friends. That's all you can ask for.
Well said. Amen. And finally, what makes you proud to be a Rotarian, Coach?
Man, so many things. It's hard to really to describe in a short period of time. But just meeting the people, being able to help the world. And making a difference. I mean, the big one, everybody talks about polio, but
right.
I mean, the eye surgeries that are done, the water wells that are dug, yada, yada, yada. There's just, so many things. Mm-hmm. And to be a part of that, and not only monetarily, but, physically, going, helping the Boy Scouts unload cans down there. Mm-hmm. Just, go to an office and paint something and stuff like that. It's I'm just proud to be able to be part of the organization and to do my thing with